Guys, I am absolutely so mad because of this. I saw this and I feel like my world was crumbling. All the videos I made gassing Fuego up just came crumbling down, okay? Like the empire I built around Fuego just ceased to exist in a moment, the minute this notice became live. And I only read the first part of this last night, okay? And I'm like, okay, they're aware of Fuego, his bug. I did not read the second part, nor inquired further. This will be fixed in the next version update. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Take a guess when the next version update is. Let me help you out. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's either on the 26th or the 28th. So, yeah. We could check with the battle pass. It's in 26 days. That is when we are getting Fuego fixed. Now, you might be wondering, because you didn't see the last video. I'm just going to give you a quick recap of what exactly is wrong with Fuego. And then we're also going to go and show how it actually affected him in my showcase video, to where it made me think he was way worse than I thought he was. You'll understand more. So, skill 1. It says, inflicts taunt on an enemy for 1 turn. This one line changed his kit completely. Also applies upon counterattacking. What did this mean? Every time you attack an enemy, his skill 2, if there's a burn on them, you counterattack. So you taunt the enemy, they attack you, you counterattack them, it taunts them, they attack you, you counterattack, it taunts them, they attack you, you counterattack them, it taunts them. The problem is, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So, because the counterattack taunt doesn't work, you're losing out on taunts that could literally change the game, because you're losing out on probably millions of damage per game because they're not attacking Fuego. And this is going to be fixed in a month. Now, what is so bad about that? Who's coming out in a month? What's in a month? Maybe a little thing that's the first anniversary for Global and probably the first Wizard King called Lumiere is in a month. Now, let's make a quick guess. Do we think Lumiere is going to be number 1? Yes. So you're telling me the 1 month that you had to use Fuego in PvP at like a pretty high level is basically being taken away because you can't fight him. You can't use him against Mono Green. He's way worse against Black Divider with this. And you just have to wait a month to use a festival unit at his maximum potential. A month. A month. A month. And the worst part is there's no other unit coming out this season. No other unit. You're telling me the one unit we're getting, the festival unit, Festival Salamander Fuego, is bugged for the time that he's going to be the best. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. So I'm expecting, in terms of compensation, for me, a good amount of compensation is for whoever summoned. They should, like, who summoned before the notice went live, should get a multi or 2 of compensation. Okay? Because it's not like it's going to be bugged forever. It's just a month of a unit is horrible. And the worst part is, especially for newer units, why does that change so much? Because of PvE content, right? Especially for Tower of Adversity. Like, there were times where it's like, especially, for example, Charmy. I wanted to, like, for example, you want to attack Charmy, you taunt Charmy skill 1, you want her to attack you, and then you re-counterattack her to taunt. But that doesn't happen. So it could genuinely lose you stuff in PvE too, especially as a newer player. So yeah, that's why it's so bad. Because there's a whole month where that genuinely, like, was one of the things. You could go back to my videos. It's one of the things I hyped up the most, where it's permanent counterattack. Permanent taunt and counterattack. But no, it's not. Now, the important thing here, we could actually see a actual, like, example of this live. Okay, so I go for the AoE burn, which puts a burn on everyone because I don't have Magna. If I played with Magna, I didn't even need to do that, and I would have gotten the same result. Marileona, AoEs. Okay, and then I counterattack. Good damage, 380,000, I believe. And then 320. No taunt. I should have taunted there. Now, why is this bad? If we skip a bit further to Mariel's turn, over here, where is it? Uh, okay, so it should be after this. Because Vanessa's going to go and then Mario's brought up. So, okay, my bad. So Mario taunt. Okay, so she hits Valkyrie. That's not the problem. Valkyrie getting taunted, who cares? The problem is we lost out on counterattack damage. Vanessa had 20% damage reduction. We lost so much damage there. And then also we lost another hit afterwards because Mario would have still been alive. So we lost that because look, I don't know what Charlotte had, but she might not have had damage reduction. But the problem is oh, look at that. Like, we lost out on so much. We did. Because that's one counterattack, but then not even just that, right? Not even just that. We would have gotten another counterattack afterwards because they were still burned, right? They were still burned. Especially, like, I find it so silly. And then I taunt Veto, or do I? Yeah, so do I go for the taunt? Please tell me I do. So I go for the taunt, but then even if I do, it didn't matter in the end. And so I hit. Now Hershey cannot be taunted, but you didn't even see the taunt immunity proc, right? That's the thing. So all these things make it so it's like, damn, Fuego really got just screwed over by that, right? Absolutely screwed over. So that's one instance where it's like Mario would have continued attacking and would have continued to be taunted, and that would be so much extra damage for us to get. But no, we're barely getting hit, right? That's the problem. We're barely getting hit because even if we taunt, we're not re-taunting after we counterattack. And then I lose. I lose because of that. Like, genuinely, we could agree that me losing out on damage when I could have done Vanessa maybe an extra 50, 100k twice. Like, that's the problem right there. Also, that also loses out on heals. Keep that in mind. That loses out on heals because every time I attack, I'm supposed to be healed, right? So then I retry it, and I don't know if I taunt anyone. Like, let's see what I didn't check what I did, really. So what do I go for? So I go for Vanessa in this case, and then I taunt Veto because I like insane amount of taunts. Did I taunt Veto? I AoE'd. So it seems like I start with AoE. So then I counterattacked, and look at that, no taunt, which that's a Dokkan OST. Okay, we're good. So like no taunt, right? So that's the problem. No taunt is very, very bad. Like especially later on, you could see, guess what? I'm gonna lose again. And look, like no damage reduction. In some of these cases, we could have maybe clutched up if we had counterattack even once or twice, right? That's the problem. That is a huge problem. So yeah, Fuego is bugged and it is very, very bad. By the way, banger song, listen to it. It is bad. It is very bad. And waiting a month, I hope you guys understand why I'm so pissed. Because first of all, people who summoned, right? Second of all, they're barely acknowledging it as like something they have to compensate for. Number three, I need my showcases. And having this not there makes Fuego look so much worse than he is. And fourth of all, it makes all the theory crafting that I did with my community go to absolute shit. Guys, I probably spent a good 2 hours just like discussing with my community like in my Discord, right? And it's like, oh, none of this matters because it doesn't even work this way for the next month, which is the month that he's really going to be fun and viable. So it really does suck. Like, I wanted to showcase him with Magnus second, but it's like, I'm not even as excited as I would be. It's as simple as that. So we have to wait a month. Like, I was like, when I first made my bugs video, I was like, oh, we'll wait 2 days. Max. We're waiting a month. So I just wanted to make this. I am pretty pissed with this. So yeah, if you want to skip Fuego, go ahead. Like, I don't even think it's worth it. Because, like, if your sole purpose is for PvP, skip. Just skip. Just skip, bro. Just skip. Right? Just say for the GOAT Lumiere, okay? It's actually insane that they even did this. I don't know. It pisses me off. A whole month. Like, we're getting nothing else. You could have at least made Fuego good. I don't know. It just pisses me off. Like, of course he was shit in my showcase. He was bugged, like, so bad. This is a horrible bug. I showed you the proof that it was a bad bug because I lost out on so much damage. And actually healing, too, right? That's the worst part. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Very sad.